Hello and welcome to this video playing fedorstar. And he goes for b4. So I guess e5 and then bishop b2 and then let's go with knight. Knight c6 is no good. We could play f6. Let's just keep it simple and play d6. Okay, he's played c4. Interesting. So now possibly knight c6 if b5 knight d4 looks okay. But then just a3. We could just try a5 now. It's kind of interesting. Let's just try a5, I don't know. Looks kind of funky. Okay. So, something like... Now what about a4 to stop the... Yeah, let's just go with this. This seems like a really slow plan, but my plan is to try and break up these queenside pawns, and I want to prevent white from playing a4. So the only question is whether this takes too much time. Alright, so let's just go with this now, c6 now, that's the plan. Alright, so... Now what about queen a5 threatens to pick up the b pawn. White's going to go knight c3. Okay, let's do a little bit of developing now. Okay, there's the knight c3. So bishop e7 and castles, and then we'll... Ooh, okay, didn't see that. Didn't see that at all. Can we go queen... Okay, so queen, that doesn't work at all. So what are we doing here, Tim? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so this pawn is pinned. No, it's not. Whoa, Tim, what are we doing? I'm a bit too tired, obviously. Alright, let's get castled. Yeah. Well, let's go with queen b6 anyway. Keep some pressure. But now we've got this a... I mean, why isn't white just playing a4? d5 knight takes... d5 knight takes here. That's no good. Got to get this knight out somehow, haven't we? Dear oh dear. I can really see the difference in my play when I'm a bit tired. So I'm just trying to get rid of the knight on c3. But I mean, you know, a4 whenever. So let's try and get this knight out to c5 at least. Try and get a little bit of play. a5 is not possible. Okay, d4 to try and break things open. I would think then e4 looks good. Knight d2 most likely. We could go for f5. Rook on the c file also looks interesting. Let's go with f5. I think we need to try and create some threats. Okay, f3. So I think we'll leave that be, and then the trouble is now I'm going to have to take with the f pawn because otherwise I could take with the bishop actually. Knight takes is also possible. Yeah, knight takes looks alright. It's a pretty good knight. I think you probably have to trade that off. And then if there's bishop on this square is pretty nice. I guess you're going to play bishop d3, bishop f3. That's also nice. Can we then maybe cement this bishop here? That might be worth a little something. The bishop's now coming in. Okay. Alright, so... Not sure if we've got anything better than that right now. I can't take on B. Let's try to get on the... Let's try and get on the C file now. Maybe something like queen e5 and queen and then rook c3. I And now I'm going to have to take... The only problem with this is now I have to take with the f pawn, otherwise I lose the f pawn. And I would rather take with the d pawn, but maybe that's not a problem. Down on time. Okay. So now I've got to either cover this square or cover this. But I have to take this anyway. I've got to protect this d pawn. Oh, hang on. Can we play rook c4? Takes. I think we can. I think rook c4 blocks the queen out. Now on takes, and I have to take with the f pawn. So let's pre-move that in case he does that. And then trying to get on the... Yeah, okay. Now trying to get on the c... Trying to get rook a c8, I think. Okay. Rook a5 could be interesting. Queen a5, I mean to say. Queen a5 has the threat of rook takes a4 now. We've got lots of things on that square. Although, this is with check. So can we not just take this now? Takes. Can we not take this with the rook? Why can't we take this with the rook? You're looking at queen. Is queen d6 possible? I'm not sure. Queen d6, rook takes a1. You can't come in. There's no mate, is there? You've got to check here. Okay. Well, I have to take this, otherwise it's mate. Okay, so what about... So rook... Okay, we've got to move our queen. Isn't this queen here? That's pretty good, isn't it? You've got to get on there. We've got f2, check, f2. You've got no checks. Well, isn't this just winning, isn't it? Aren't we just winning? We're just checkmating you, aren't we? King h1 and mate. Okay, so I think we got away with that. Just double check. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's a bit of a comeback. We'll just pause and reflect. So this move a5 looks a bit too fancy. I mean, I think black should just be getting on with this development. I mean, I like the plan, but I think it's the wrong time to be putting it together. I mean, if I was white, I'd just play a3. Things get traded on the a file, but this just seems like too complicated. I think I went wrong right here. Around here, I was fairly happy with my position, but then for some reason just missed that knight c3 was both attacking and defending a4. I think in order to protect that, I might have to go queen a5, which is not great. So this is another downside. I mean, this pawn does stop the a pawn, but it's also a weakness. So it's another reason why that plan is probably not great. So I probably have to play queen a5 here. And yeah, I don't really love my position.